You want coffee?
I like coffee.
Well, this is a great cafe for coffee because it's only $2.
Oh,
But do you want some water for the table? That will add $100 to your tab.
the maggots was the icing on the cake.
Then had handcuffed himself with toy handcuffs to their front door.
Was it whose toy handcuffs were they?
And I'm here with a new host this week. Welcome to the Unhelpful Parenting Podcast.
Where we share the real, the raw, and the ridiculousness of parenthood.
So if you're a mum who can't remember what the bottom of your dirty laundry basket looks like,
Or a dad who's in the bad books for saying no more TV.
then you're in the right place. Well, we're back.
Hello.
We have returned for episode number 2.
Not that we weren't going to, but you know.
You never know. We really didn't know what we were doing last time. It was a bit fresh for us. But I'm back and I'm here with a new host this week.
Don't even.
For those not watching on YouTube, Sam has got a haircut and looks like a completely different person. A little less homeless than last time. You look great, babe.
I got a haircut.
You look really good.
Presentable.
And thank you everyone who listened last week. We were pretty stoked. We got a lot of messages of support and comments and things.
Shares, people jumping in.
And that means the world to us because we were 100% prepared to start with it just being us and our mums listening to it on repeat. So, yes,
which
thank
they
you.
did.
Yes, yeah.
But there was more.
Yeah, 100%. So
we've
yes.
even got a few international listeners, so that's cool.
Yeah. But thank you everyone for coming back.
Yeah.
We've got some really fun stuff again today. I'm already excited. I feel like this one is going to be bigger and better.
Oh yeah.
But do you liked starting off last time with a little bit of your fun quote for the day? Like,
oh yeah, I just enjoy quotes and memes and things.
you like to laugh.
I do. This one it's a parenting one. I think you sent it to me actually, but I enjoyed it so much. It was the hardest part of parenting is realizing that it's your circus and those definitely are your monkeys.
Yep.
And they are monkeys.
Yep. No more looking and being like, not my circus, not my monkeys. Nope, they're your monkeys. Like,
Yeah. You can't give them back.
cool. Well, I was going to start this episode with a little bit of a surprise. I told Sam that this was coming, but he hasn't seen it. So I found this in the kids' stuff. And Mackenzie loves playing cafes at the moment. They've got at school, she's got a cafe corner that they play in, and she loves going to the cafe. So I brought, I don't know how well you'll be able to see it on camera.
Probably, yeah.
But I brought Kenzie's cafe menu. So Auntie Leah, last time she babysat, wrote up a full page menu for Mackenzie, and it is all clearly Mackenzie's.
Well, I can see a baby chino.
Yep. So, well, let's start with drinks. What would you like to drink? I've got baby chino, smoothies, coffee, apple juice, or
I like
water.
coffee.
You want coffee?
I like coffee.
Well, this is a great cafe for coffee because it's only $2.
Oh,
But do you want some water for the table?
I'd love some water.
That will add $100 to your tab.
Jeez. Better be from the fountain of youth.
Oh, don't worry. Prices are this is a very nice cafe because your baby chino would have been $58 as well.
Oh my goodness. I'll have the $2 coffee, please. I don't even care if it's like pot brewed.
For mains, and there is a separate dessert menu. So these are actual mains. We have donuts.
Oh, yep.
We have chippies, which come with honey, cheese, and onion. Or hot chippies. So 2 different types of chippies. We've got chippies.
So are we assuming it's like potato chip, like as in crispy?
Who knows
Smith's
from the
chips,
mind of Mackenzie.
Honey, cheese, and onion.
Honey, cheese, and onion.
Is that the flavour though? Like honey,
think so.
chicken, soy, and honey and cheese and onion mixed together?
Yeah.
That'd probably actually be pretty tasty.
Then you've got hot chippies. You've
Yeah.
got burgers, yogurt, pizza, and fruit salad. But it's a special fruit salad because it comes with strawberries, lettuce, and cheese.
It's almost this. Oh no, it's strawberries. No, isn't there or a salad with watermelon in it?
Yeah, but I think she's just gone, fruit salad. I'll mix my favourite fruit
with actual
salad.
But the only salad is lettuce and
So what would you like to order?
Cheese is pretty good.
You've got
I'll have a burger, please.
okay. That's burger and coffee. You're like picking the good ones. That's only $12. Would you like
both?
No, the burger's $12.
For a burger. Okay, that's pretty reasonably priced.
Would you like a side of chips?
I do love some crispy.
Can you guess how much? the side of chips will be?
It could be anything.
$1,000 for your hot chips.
Jeez. Are they gold coated?
And if you'd like a yogurt, just to go with, that's $400.
Oh my goodness, no, I'll hold the yogurt.
Not worth
What's
the
in the
yogurt.
dessert?
Dessert, we've got ice cream.
Yeah.
We've got chocolate. We've got cake,
Yeah.
tiramisu, or pancakes with maple syrup and ice cream.
So toss up between the pancakes and ice cream for me. Ice cream is my weakness.
So that's $900 for your ice cream.
Oh my gosh.
Your pancakes would be $1,000, but the
Mackenzie,
cake.
it's coming out of your inheritance.
Well, no, let's hope she starts this cafe because, like, imagine what she could fund if she can sell.
Well, give it a couple of years. Ice cream might be $900.
Yeah, at this rate. But cake is obviously the specialty of this restaurant because it is the most expensive thing on the menu. Just have a guess.
$10,000?
$2 million.
Oh my God.
Or you can get
This is because we've been playing Monopoly with her and she's just throwing money out
I don't know. Or you can get an $11 tiramisu.
Look,
You're safe getting a coffee, burger, and tiramisu. That is
Done.
normal prices.
and how much is that? 2, 12, 14. How
11.
much was the tiramisu?
11.
Like $25. Done.
Yeah.
3
done.
meals.
Yeah. Don't touch the $200 chocolate.
Oh my. She doesn't even like chocolate. No, she does now. She didn't like chocolate.
Yeah. So
Wow.
that's Mackenzie's Cafe.
Interesting.
So, yeah, I had a good laugh at that. Thought you'd love that.
$1,000. No.
Yeah. From the mind of children. And as we talk about the mind of children, we shall enter the parenting confessional today. All right, well, to start, I figured it's probably a good idea for us to do some parenting confessionals too. Because we're not here, like this is all judgment-free zone, but I think it's also important for us to.
Who's up today?
Well, I'm not going to surprise you because you have to sit here and think
I was
about
gonna
it.
say.
Although I could already think of a couple for you.
Hey,
But I thought I would start with my own.
maybe we can share one next week
Yes.
of mine.
So mine is a bit of a kind of not dumb blonde, but I really felt like it when I realized what I'd done. So
We have plenty of those. Let's be real.
and poor Mackenzie's copped to the brunt of them because she's the oldest and like the one that we've been. She's the practice.
She's the test dummy.
the practice
But
kid.
she's not. She's a test smarty.
Yes, she's amazing. But so when she hit that age where you start to feed them solids, I started feeding her solids, and we very quickly discovered that she was struggling with constipation.
Yes.
And the faces she would pull, the straining and the
It's
poor
like
the poor thing. It like broke your heart. And I
Yes,
was
it
doing
did.
everything like
It was
I
like
could think
utter
of.
pain in her eyes.
Yeah.
And
Everything
fear.
I could think of to help her. So I was making these purees that she was thankfully eating, but like with prunes and pear and sweet potato and chia seeds and coconut oil and like all the things that are supposed to make you poop. I'd like mix them all together and feed them to her.
Wow. I don't even remember this.
And
Continue.
like
This is
just
new
being
for me.
like my poor baby, like this, like the poor thing. So the first time we took her to the doctor, I don't think you were there because you would remember this story if you were there. So I took her to the doctor and I'm sitting there and the doctor's going, okay, how much is she eating? And I was like, oh, like maybe 1 meal a day. Like food is fun until 1. Like she doesn't eat anything. She's breastfeeding. And then the doctor looks at me and she's like, so how much water is she drinking? And I was like, water? The doctor's like, yeah, how much water is she drinking when she eats her meals? And I was like, when I left the hospital, the midwife told me not to give her water. And like was like, she does not need anything but breast milk. You do not have to give your baby. So I did not realize that when you start giving them food,
they need water.
Well, I didn't realize. So
How did I not realize?
well, because she wasn't like she was only eating a little bit here and there. This is only very early in that
Wow.
in that journey. But I just did not really like Because the saying is food is fun until one. So my poor little baby,
Dehydration.
she wasn't dehydrated. She just didn't have what she needed to.
And then we had to deal with
but-
toilet trauma for the next 4 years.
That was one of the contributing factors. The rest of the journey, the doctor assured me, was not my fault. And
She just said that to make you feel better.
no, I
Yes,
did
she
not
did.
give her a traumatic toilet training childhood but I was very mortified sitting there feeling like an idiot because the doctor was like, you're feeding her food, she's allowed water. And I was like, well, no one told me that. And it's not plastered anywhere. It was drummed into me at the hospital not to give her water. So I haven't given her water.
Wow.
So that was a great parenting fail.
Wow.
But we've had a few sent in.
All right.
And so this is a dad fail. So you can
Yes.
read this one.
Yes. All right. So my husband was out riding on his dirt bike on our family farm and decided it would be a good idea to let our 1-year-old jump on the bike with him. Uh-oh. Not thinking he should maybe put some shoes on him or even a helmet. Uh-oh. They did a few laps. Things were going good, so he decided to go faster. There was a water pipe on the ground that he again thought would be a good idea to ride over, but he ended up tipping the bike over. Uh-oh. I, Mum, was standing a bit away filming the older brother on his bike, and as I turned to look, I just see my husband throw my baby off the bike and into the air as it's falling onto its side. And then my 1-year-old is nowhere to be seen and the bike is laying flat on the ground. I go into full panic mum mode and sprint over, and there he is just sitting next to the bike, not a care in the world, and literally jumps straight back on after almost getting squished. Yeah, you're a boy mum.
Yeah.
Boys like tumbles and turning.
Dads take a lot more risks too, I find.
Yeah, it's true.
I can understand the panic mode and the, oh my gosh, what were you doing with my baby? Like,
No, you just want to bubble wrap them.
they're precious. We look after them. We don't.
They also try and tackle you and kick you.
I'm sure he had a great time. He probably thought it was a great old,
Probably the best ride he's ever had.
Yeah, he
at that
probably
age.
loved it. Thank you for sharing.
I like it.
Oh my gosh. So,
Well done, Dad.
the other stories we got sent in for the parenting confessional,
Mm.
they inspired and are two of the best answers to the question we sent out this week,
Ooh,
which
okay.
was, what is the weirdest place or situation you have found your child?
I feel like, yeah, there would be several.
Yeah, like kids escaping, kids.
Yep.
Yeah. So it was inspired by two confessional stories,
Oh, yeah. Okay.
but the other answers, some of the other answers we got in, some good ones were the weirdest place I found my kid or situation
Are you doing
was
the little ones first?
yeah,
Oh, okay.
yeah. So we work our way up to the
Okay. Sorry.
hectic ones. So weirdest place I found my child. My daughter found my eyeliner and drew herself a nice monobrow on her first daycare photo day.
It's a memory that
That's
will last
a memory.
forever.
Put that one on the wall on the fridge.
Frame it 21st.
Love it. Strange places I found my child inside a washing machine,
Yep.
hiding in the washing machine,
Yep.
or outside weeing on a goat.
That was my brother.
Yeah, we know where that one came from.
Sucked in Nathaniel.
Yes, this is a safe, anonymous, judgment-free place unless
Except for a sibling.
you're a sibling.
When you're a little sibling, you have to put up with it. Also, speaking of little siblings, my sister would never fall asleep in her bed. So you'd always go in to find her when she was like 2, and she would never be in her bed, and you'd go, oh, where is she? And she'd be like either in a cupboard, in a drawer, under the change table, under her bed, passed out asleep, but never in bed.
She'll love you for sharing that.
She will.
She's out there babysitting our baby right now.
Payment.
Okay, so why don't you read this one?
What, Hartley?
No, the story.
Oh, well, Hartley hide and seek is a good one too.
Yes.
Our 2.5-year-old thinking that it's that classic, and everyone will know, when a kid is playing hide and seek and they think if they can't see you, you can't see them.
Yeah, the ostrich. Like,
So I have a
head in the
photo
sand.
of Hartley lying on the floor with my shoes over his eyes in the middle of the hallway playing hide and seek.
Giggling. I remember I saw him. He was there with the
Yeah, he's
shoes
not
on,
silent
giggling.
either. Where are you? I'm hiding. Okay. All right, mate.
I wonder where Hartley is. Mackenzie did the same, except she'd just never wait long enough for you to find her. She'd come running out and be like, here I am.
Oh, yeah, no patience. Now Hartley does that. Okay, what do we got? We have, yep, I remember this one. Okay, Mr. 2 was awfully quiet. I knew that was always a sign I should start running. That is a sign. When your kids are quiet, something is wrong. But I so needed a peaceful moment after putting down Mr. half 6-month-old for a nap. Eventually, I went on the hunt. There he was, happily playing with something at the back of the fence. He was having so much fun, I thought there could be no harm in leaving him a while longer. I decided to see what he was up to. I was pretty close to him when his little excited face joyfully exclaimed, "Mousie." He then proceeded to show me his new friend, Mousie, squeezed tightly in his little fist. Mousie was in fact a dead rat swarming with maggots. Yes. Welcome to being a mum. Dad. No, hang on. What's the word? A boy mum. Mr. 2 was covered in rat fur, maggots, and who knew what else. Mr. 2 had a bite clean bath in the laundry tub. I survived, but my brain has blocked out how.
I would just.
That's pretty good. I like that.
I'd want to be sick. Like, that's
I like
just.
that.
Oh.
The maggots was the icing on the cake for me.
I can really empathize with, you know what, whatever you're doing, it's fine. I just need a minute. Like, destroy the house, do what you must.
Yeah,
I just
as long
need
as
a
you're
minute.
not in the chemical cupboard, you'll live.
The chemical cupboard's one of the only cupboards in our house that is baby proofed. That we've bothered to like properly that, and like we put medicine and stuff away as well. But other than that, we're like, whatever you have to do to give us a minute.
Put in the tub, pots and pans and Tupperware.
He loves Tupperware, pulls all the Tupperware out.
I know, I can never shut the flipping cupboard again because it's never the same.
So this one is similar kind of putting the baby to sleep. So I'll read it out.
Putting the baby to sleep?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
I'll read it out. Once when I was putting the baby to sleep, my 3-year-old son escaped from the house and went missing.
Escaped? Like jail. Jailbreak.
We looked all around the neighbourhood to no avail.
Oh.
When my neighbours returned home from walking their dog, they discovered my son, who had climbed into their house through the doggy door, then had handcuffed himself with toy handcuffs to their front door.
Was it whose toy handcuffs were they?
Imagine their surprise and my embarrassment when they went to unlock their front door and discovered my missing son handcuffed to the other side.
Were they pink and fluffy handcuffs?
Stop. Move on from the handcuffs. How long was he missing? Well, I don't know how long it took me to get the baby to sleep. It was one of those like pat sessions. But I was aware he was missing for at least 15 minutes, long enough for me to walk around the neighbourhood and to the park. He was so independent, it wasn't the first time he'd taken off. He was known to jump on his little bike and race up to the park. So when no one was looking, I was very glad to get that kid into kindy.
Mm-hmm.
Oh,
fences with locks.
Oh, I listened to that and I'm like, that's a shocker. I like that.
That's pretty epic.
Yeah, but at the same time, it could have been so much worse. Could you imagine if it had been like more than 50? If the neighbours hadn't come home from their walk, if they had gone out to work, or if they had gone,
he was stuck in all day.
Like,
yeah,
you would have called the police. My son's missing. Like, oh. My heart goes out to that mum. I had a day like that yesterday, just trying to get the baby to sleep, being like, sorry.
I was just thinking if he's a 3-year-old and like he's going to go to the toilet eventually, if he's wearing a nappy, it's going to overflow.
The things you think about as a parent. I think if you told a non-parent that story, they wouldn't have been like, oh, the nappy, he needs a new nappy. Like,
he's got to go. He's got to go. He's a boy. Yeah, that's a pretty epic one. I like that.
We've been loving these stories coming in.
I like that.
Yeah.
Handcuffs.
They're very relatable for me as a parent. So I'm hoping that's how everyone else is finding them.
I still want to know whose handcuffs they were. Were they the kids or were they mum and dad?
You just heard handcuffs and like couldn't move on. Yes. Yes.
Anyway.
I'm sure they told the neighbours they were the kids' handcuffs anyway.
Unless they were pink and fluffy. Yep.
Yeah. So this week we're not
Yeah.
going to do this segment, but we wanted to introduce this segment for everyone.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So we're going to call it the show, and I'm hoping you've bleeped that and haven't left me out to dry here. But
The what show?
I don't trust you to edit it with the bleep. But anyway, we're going to work on that. So
I have the power. Anyway, continue.
because every parent, I don't think there is a single parent I've spoken to, no matter how old their kid is, whether they're grown and left home, or every parent has a poo story and it doesn't leave you ever. We have multiple. And so I thought I might start this episode with one of ours. I'll do one of mine because yours is brutal. That Sam's is brutal.
Couple,
and so I'm I think the challenge
epic.
today is to send in your story and to see if it can beat Sam's, because
It'll be a recurring episode, so send them in and we'll keep doing it over.
we'll probably go
over
through
the year and over the whatever. But
yeah. So I'll share Hartley's. I probably shouldn't have said which child, although it probably
one?
I know. I'll share mine. But this is trigger warning. If you are listening to this while you're eating dinner
or squeamish
or a bit squeamish, feel free to just skip a couple of minutes or stop and come back. Please come back. We're amazing.
One of our friends will be driving in the car.
Yeah.
And
yeah. So trigger warning. This is we're talking poo.
Alex, you know who you are.
So, and I think this is what solidified doing this podcast for me, because we just said it was Christmas Eve. We just said, yep, let's do the podcast. I was like, yeah, we can be relatable. Like, it'll be a great thing to do.
This is a fresh one.
Yes.
Okay,
So it was Christmas Eve. And I remember because it was Christmas Eve because we just got back from our family holiday the day before.
Yeah.
And we had Christmas, we had that one day to get ready. We were meant to go out together with the kids. And I said, no, I'm going to stay home. The kids are
and you
ready.
sent
They
me
traveled.
to do the mad Christmas shopping on Christmas Eve. That was fun.
I sent you out.
With a kid. Didn't I have Mackenzie?
Yes, you had a child. So I had the baby and the 2-year-old.
Yes.
And so I left the 2-year-old to go put the baby down. Similar thing of having to just be like, sorry, I think I gave him I usually set him up with snacks and I do everything.
You normally bring him upstairs and
well, I didn't bring him upstairs, and this might be my downfall.
Parenting confessional 2.0.
Anyway, so as I come back downstairs, the baby's asleep upstairs. As I come back downstairs, I can smell poo. And that's not unusual.
No.
It's
very not unusual.
Not unusual.
He's burned the nose hairs.
Yeah. So I was okay, great.
Tangy.
First thing I said coming down, I'm like, Hartley, did you do a poo? And he's like, yeah. And so I was like, okay, let's change a nappy. Changing his nappy, put the nappy in one of those like scented bags and shut it. And normally that's the end of it.
Bag.
You can't smell it anymore. And I'm there and I'm putting it in the bin and I'm like, I can still smell poo. And Hartley's still like lying on the couch where I'd changed him, like on the change mat. And he's just lying there chilling, waiting for me. And I come back and I'm like, I can still smell poo. And then as he's sitting there, I'm looking at his hands and I realize, I was like, that is poo. There's poo on your hands. And the panic starts to set in and I'm like, oh my gosh, you've been playing with your poo. How could I not see this? Like, where else is it? Thinking my biggest fear was it's going to be rubbed into the couch or the floor or on the wall. Nope. As I look and it suddenly dawns on me that he has poo all over his chin and coming out of his mouth. He was eating his own poo while I was putting the baby down. And I couldn't find it anywhere else in the house. It was just, and I went from panic mode to, I think he expected me to be angry. Like he realized he'd done the wrong thing and was expecting mummy to be upset. I just burst into tears. I was like, I have failed you. I could not even, I was trying not to vomit. So I grabbed his hands so he couldn't touch anything with them, take him over to the sink, start washing his hands, trying to scrub it. It's like in his fingernails, trying to scrub it and like crying and being like, it's okay. Like trying not to make him upset because obviously I'm upset. And he's there going, sorry, mummy, sorry, mummy, sorry, mummy. And I'm like, oh, you poor little. And anyway, so that was huge trauma for both of us.
I know, you're nearly crying again thinking about it.
I feel terrible, even though obviously there's nothing I could have done. But, and now I feel better now. Now the only thing that annoys me is I'm like, here's this child that I can't get to eat his dinner most nights, but he's more than happy to sit downstairs while I put the baby to bed and eat his own poo.
Just grab a hand.
Yeah.
I have no comment.
So that is fun. So if you've got a story like that or your own poo story, we would love to hear it on the show.
I have a pretty epic one.
Yeah, Sam's is
another
Sam's
day.
beats that. So send your story and see if you can beat him. Well, that's it for this week.
Oh, cool.
Yeah. So
Sweet.
we are this is pretty new for us. We are kind of putting ourselves out there. So we'd really love it. It means the world to us when people support us and encourage us. And the best way you can do that is to like and subscribe and share, do all the things. If you're watching on YouTube, subscribe to the channel and like the video. If you're listening on Spotify, rate it. Rate the podcast. If you're on Apple Podcasts, leave a review.
Oh, yeah, you can review Apple Podcasts.
Yeah. Like and share us on social media with the mums and dads that you think might just need that relatable laugh for the week.
Share it. Yeah, answer questions. Send in all your goss and all your stories.
Yeah.
Handcuffs.
Because we're all out here just doing our best for our kids.
Oh, I want that to be a question. That will be a question one day.
What?
One episode. What's the most inappropriate thing your child has found and played with?
That could be awkward. But, yes.
That will be an upcoming question at one point.
Mm-hmm. So, yeah, when the unbelievable
don't know how to
happens.
reply after that, do you?
No, well, I don't want to unpack it. That's for another episode. So, just remember, we're all out here doing our best, but when the unbelievable happens, send it to us. We'd love to hear it.
The unbelievable.
Yep.
Or then just downright revolting.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Yeah, it's good.
We'll see you next week.
Have fun. Stay alive. Keep kids alive.